When it does come to the recruiting stuff, look, I think everyone can have a side that they want to take. You want to, and we'll get to this on our final thought, or my final thought anyways, talking about recruiting is ugly. It's not really that great, and it's the culture that we've built that makes it like the one guy's tweet, well, get off Harbaugh. Well, that's because you're a Michigan fan, and if you don't like what Michigan does or how they do it, you're going to be anti that. But if you're a Michigan guy, you're like, hey, whatever needs to be done to be number one.
One thing I guarantee you is Jim's fine. He slept very well last night. That's my strong hunch. This guy's got rhino skin. Up to the only guy I've met like this who is that impervious to what the press says and the fans say and so on was Bo Schembechler, who fundamentally did not care. Most coaches actually do. Jim, I think, really doesn't. As long as he's got his players in his back pocket and his staff, he's fine.
Yeah. Well, and I think a lot of this stuff that, you know, with the scholarship offers, the commitments, I think a lot of it, too, is case by case. You have to look at, I think what's happened is everything has snowballed into one incident now where each one of these has been a different case every time. It's been an individual decision and process with all of those guys. So it's kind of snowballed on top of everything now. You know, you talk about recruiting and the way that it goes. I think a lot of it kind of lends itself for some of this stuff now in today's age with decommitments. I looked at some stats, and there's been over 300 decommitments within the 2016 class.
Wow. How many recruits are there?
Yeah, thousands.
Well, and you look at just the month.
That's like 10%.
Just the month of January last year, the 2015 class, leading up to signing day, not including signing day, there were over 100 decommitments just within 1 month. So
we're talking about 18, 17-year-old kids making these types of decisions.
That's the other issue,
too. The recruiting process has lended itself to playing the hat game and deciding that, oh, I'm going to be a silent verbal or a silent commitment and not tell anybody, but leading somebody else on. Just the way it is. Coming up next, we're going to dive more into this topic. We all have something to say about the recruiting, so our final thoughts are next here on the Suburban Ford 7 Sports Cave. Missed again. Gosh, I'm out of here. Here we go.